There is significant difference between parental engagement and parental involvement. And if I start with what schools are doing mostly at this moment in time, I can tell you that it is parental involvement. And that parental involvement is the administrative tasks that we want parents to do. So if you look at your school's parental engagement tool, you'll find that it does things like enable parents to pay for their dinner money online, book appointments for parents' consultation meetings, have a look at their children's latest grades online, inform you about absences. These sorts of things are administrative tasks. They add nothing to a child's achievement and attainment. There is one thing and one thing only that will provide that function, and that is parental engagement. And parental engagement is enabling parents to have meaningful, positive, and regular conversations in the home about learning. And what happens when we do that? It stimulates just the pure focus on having those conversations is a message to each child that what they are doing in school is important to their parent. And that stimulates the intrinsic motivation that produces what we call the parental engagement effect. If you get parental engagement right, you can actually raise pupil attainment year on year by an additional 25%. freeflowinfo is the only product that has been specially designed to enable all schools to have effective parental engagement. How do you enable parents to have 2 or 3, 4 conversations every week about their child's learning without teachers doing anything extra? And it's very simple. You share with them selected examples of each child's learning on a weekly basis. The pupil uploads that material, that data, to their own platform. As soon as it is there, parents can see the upload. When the child gets home, the first thing they can do, regardless of what it is, it might just be a photograph of an apple. What they will say is, "Why have I got a photograph of an apple?" The child will then tell them why. But the very fact that the parent is asking the question tells the child that they are interested in what they're doing in school, therefore what they're doing in school is important, therefore the motivation to do better arrives. That is what we have to provide, and we can do it by using what is already happening in the classroom. It is not an additional workload. What is more, the DFE have said that freeflowinfo can be used as an alternative means of reporting to parents. Every aspect of the statutory requirements that schools have in reporting to parents can be delivered with freeflowinfo. So we move away from the summative end of year or end of term or half term report, or even the digitalized report that uses word banks and numbers and grades that many parents struggle to understand, and replaces it with a formative report. It's an annual report, but it's an annual report that's delivered over the period of 10 months. And that enables parents to see their child's progress in the context of single pieces of work, so they really understand about the learning. And that saves, according to the DFE, 38 hours per report set per year per teacher. And let's not forget, we talk about 38 hours quite glibly. For most people, 38 hours is a working week. It's a lot of time to save a busy teacher. The freeflowinfo approach enables you to engage with parents on more or less equal terms. and they respond very positively to that. You are not, through freeflowinfo, asking them to supervise homework. You're not asking them to explain something that a child hasn't grasped during class. Those sorts of things frustrate many parents. But freeflowinfo enables support of learning by the parent. And we've seen some tremendous stories about how behavioural problems in pupils have improved, and also the behaviour of the parent has also improved, which shows something very, very strong about the relationship between parent and child. We are now starting to see the regular rolling progress over 3 or 4 years that children are making when freeflowinfo is being used properly in a school. 71% of all parents are saying they're now having more regular positive conversations in the home about learning. That's a great improvement. 83% of all parents are saying that they now understand more about their child's learning than they ever have before. When we look at parents from disadvantaged homes, the response is even greater. That response can be seen by the number of uploads that are being made by parents. It can also be seen by the number of conversations they're having, because nearly 30% of parents from disadvantaged backgrounds are now saying they're having more than 4 times the number of positive conversations with their children about learning than they were before they started using freeflowinfo. Finally, we're in the coronavirus period at present, aren't we? freeflowinfo was not designed as a remote learning tool, but it's being used as one. And overnight, we saw parents' uploads exceeding 500% in growth overnight. That's how popular it is. And that's the trust that parents are putting into that tool.